Hello, welcome to At Home Crafts with City of Tampa Parks and Recreation. We're with the Visual Arts Department. I am Sarah.
And I'm Jen, and we're going to show you some art projects you can do at home with kids.
Let's get started. First project we're going to make is air dry clay. And what you'll need to make this is a cup of baking soda, a half cup of cornstarch, and 3/4 cups of water. First thing you're going to do, you'll need a pan that you can put on the stove, and you'll combine all your ingredients together. Here's my cornstarch, if it'll come out, and my water. You're going to put this on high on the stove and watch it cook. Let's go to the stove. All right, so we've just put the oven on high, and we want to constantly stir it while it's heating up to make sure everything's mixed together. And it's going to go pretty fast, so don't leave it alone. Watch it, stir it, and it'll start to bubble and clump together. It's very clumpy, so I'm going to turn off my heat, remove this, keep stirring it as it clumps together, and then we're going to put it in a different bowl. All right, right now it's hot. Don't touch it right away. Keep using your spoon. You can even pop it in the fridge for a couple minutes just to let it cool down. We're going to let it cool, and in a couple seconds we'll smush it all together. All right. So after a little bit in the freezer or the fridge, it's cool enough that we can touch. It's all right if it's still a little warm, but we'll scoop all of our dough out of our bowl. All right, and then just mash it together. If it's a little watery, you can add some cornstarch to make it less gooey. All right, and then you can go ahead and start making stuff. Start creating some little characters. If you want to make, say, I don't know, what do we want? Maybe like a little pig. You could start with a little ball, add some eyes, add a little extra for the snout. My stuff's still a little bit gooey. But you can construct it almost just like clay. If you need to stick stuff together, you can use a little dot of water. Everybody knows scratch and attach. You can add a little bit of water to attach things together. You can create pencil toppers. We made some little stuff to stick on top of your pens. You can sculpt them right on top of the pencil, or you can sculpt them on the side and then stick them on a pencil later, and then use acrylics to paint them once they're dry. The other thing you can do is you can use food coloring to dye your dough. So it's easy enough to do. Just spread your dough out a little bit, pick one of your colors. You don't need a lot. The more food coloring you add, the darker your color will be. So I'll just add 2 little drops and then just knead the dough together. Doesn't hurt to use gloves for this process if you don't want food coloring all over your fingers. And then you can even combine that with different colors. You could leave it kind of swirly, make some cosmic cutouts. You can use different tools that you have, just like making cookies. You can roll them out. You can use either a knife that you have, or if you have any cookie cutters, you can stamp out some little cookie shapes. You can make stars, maybe even make a garland out of them. Do a bunch of the same type or a bunch of different shapes. String them onto your Christmas lights you might not be using at the moment. And just let them dry. And then you can always paint these again later too. Also, another idea if you want to try to make something functional is stamp out larger shapes, like this kind of flower here we made. Stick it in a bowl so it can take a bowl shape. And once it's dry, take it out, paint it with acrylics, maybe even spray it with a sealer. You can make a bunch of colors, save it for later, use it for a while. And that's air dry clay.